Hi there, this is Miguel Nunez and welcome to another of my little informative pieces that I want to reach out to you. As a private fiduciary, again, you and I interact a lot while we're selling houses. So here's the newest thing on solar. Solar is the newest thing. It's an industry that's coming along and it's going to affect more and more of the sales that you have on the properties that you have to sell. So of course, as a consumer, there's always a question, should I lease or should I buy? We've checked around. I know leasing is no zero money down and all that stuff, but it will become an issue when that property sells down the road. So overall, the recommendation is to, if possible, buy the system, not lease it. For example, if you buy it now, and if the property is sold, let's say one of your clients bought a solar system and they sell it, then now the appraisers have been given the instruction to appraise the system, to consider how long it's been in the market, how long it's been functioning. So now that will actually add a price, add value to the property. So that's one. Leasing, the problem with selling a house that is leased solar, the new buyer will have to qualify with the standards and parameters of the leasing company. So again, that just adds a little bit more of a challenge. Some buyers may not qualify for that. So in general, I'm going to give you some information on solar. Typically, the cells that are on the roof will take about 6 hours to charge for its maximum efficiency. Here in San Diego, I'm sure there's more exposure to that. So a new thing that's coming up, and it's making this industry very challenging, are the solar easements. I'm sure you've heard of view easements, where if you live in the back of the hill or one of your properties is the back of the hill, and somebody's going to build a house in front of you, and you have an ocean view, well, they could just build right in front of you, unless that you negotiate it with a neighbor in front for some value. Say, look, I love this view of the ocean. Please do not go 3 stories high. You're paying for an easement. It has to be recorded, so that way that person and whoever buys after that, they can't go any higher. The same now applies for solar. If one of your properties has a home with solar system, and maybe next door they're going to build a building, well, the shade is going to obstruct the access of sun to the panels. Or the neighbor has some trees that keep growing and growing, and all of a sudden they're going to block the sunlight. So all of that, you have to be very aware of solar easements. Again, that's the #1 challenge right now in the industry. So be aware of that. Call me if you have any questions on that. What's happening in the future? As you know, the Tesla president, Elon Musk, has just launched some solar tiles. Rather than panels, the whole roof is made of solar tiles. Unfortunately, it's still too expensive. That maybe an average 2,500 square foot home will cost you about $80,000. So it's not cost effective yet, but it's coming. Now, the other typical systems are net metering. So it means that the panels will create electricity, which of course will create way more than you need, and you will resell your excess electricity into the grid. And then what you sell versus what you consume, the net is what you end up paying on a monthly basis. Now, what's going to be good for everyone now in technology is that now they are building some batteries. Instead of putting the system, the electricity back into the system, now you're going to store it in a battery in your garage. Tesla has a nice battery. Again, the prices are still very high, but they're coming down where you're going to have your solar, you generate the battery, and then you just pull from there. So that's going to be the future. And finally, the city has now asked all the builders to consider the roofing to host solar panels. They're asking them to consider for the electrical system that there might be a battery in the garage, and also that there should be some outlets for electrical cars. So anyway, a lot of stuff coming up. Call me if you have any more questions or need more information. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.